Okay, so hi guys, I'm Devansh. I'm in third year. I'm from VIT Vellore Computer Science and Engineering. And okay, something interesting about VIT is that, uh, as everyone know, college is opening after 2 years. So I guess we both are really excited to go back to VIT and meet all our friends. Yeah, over to you, Pratik.
Great.
Thank you, Devansh, for the introduction. And I'm Pratik Sinha. I'm a final year mechanical engineering student at VIT Vellore. It's the main campus of VIT. Over these 4 years in VIT, the one thing I really liked is the discipline and the course curriculum that is provided at VIT. So looking forward to discussing all these things here.
Great. So I think that was a nice warm welcome, and I think we are good to go and start with all our questions for VIT Triple E 2022. So my first question would be, along with the core BTech courses, there are a lot of specializations which is offered by VIT. So can you explain more about, this unique specializations which are offered to the students? So Pratik, if you would like to start on that.
Okay. These specialization courses here in VIT are basically for computer science, ECE branch, and mechanical engineering. And the lot of specializations are in CS branch itself, that is the computer science branch. And not all courses are offered at VIT. There are 4 different campuses that are providing different specialized courses in all the branches. So we'll discuss it in further, like what all specialized courses are there exactly.
All right. And coming to you, Devansh, what would you like to add on to this?
Okay, for this, I would like to add on is that VIT is offering very many specialization courses on computer science and engineering. And to talk about any of the further questions, I guess we'll be talking on those questions. So I would just like to add that for any of the specialization courses, it always depends on the interest that a student has and not on whether the courses get him or her placed.
Right. So, when we're talking about specializations, there are, I would like to know what are the difference in the different CSE specializations which is offered by VIT Vellore. I mean, is it recommended to take the core CSE or, CSE with specializations? If, Devansh, you would like to answer that.
Okay, for the specialization courses, see, as for me, I was really confused which specialization course to choose. Therefore, I went for a CSE core. If a person of or if a student is like definitely sure he or she wants to go into data science, so I would recommend him or her to prefer the specialized course for data science with computer science rather than a core course, because the subjects in a specialized course are formed in such a manner that it would be really helpful for the person who is studying that specialized course. It would focus more on the specialized subject rather than all the aspects of the computer science branch.
Right. So coming to Pratik, Tanish is here, and Tanish wants to know about the syllabus for VIT Triple E.
Okay, getting to this, what exactly? A lot of people would be preparing for JEE mains, right? So there's a little bit difference in what VT exam offers you. There are some English sections also in which you will be asked regarding the syllables of the words, synonyms, antonyms, these kind of things are also asked in the paper. And apart from that, physics, chemistry, and maths, the PCM courses are mandatory in the entire paper, along with the English section, which is a small section, but English is having a proper percentage in the weightage in it.
Right. And since, Pratik, you did mention about JEE mains and VIT, so definitely there are questions from students who want to know, like if they want to prepare for both together, how should the preparations go and what is the main differences, they should know about both the exams.
Okay. For JEE mains, the proper coaching classes you would be enrolled in, they will be planning for all the PCM courses. The PCM courses are the important one, physics, chemistry, and maths. And that is to be focused completely from NCRT as the base, and then going to the booklets provided by your coaching classes or other websites as shiksha.com. Apart from this, for VT exam, you will have English section, which has around 5 to 10 questions. I think they might have changed it over the years of I gave it in 2018 in April, so it might have got changed, but I'm sure the English section is there, which has around 5 to 10 questions in it. For this English section, you don't need any special preparation. What I would suggest is just go on the website and just plan for some synonyms, learn the basic synonyms, antonyms, what are syllables, how to spell the syllables, the pronunciation of the words. Just focus on these things and you will be good to go for the VT exam.
All right. So coming about the difference between the different specializations that the colleges offer, and someone who is coming from a BTech, since you are doing a BTech thing, so are there more chances of placement through a core BTech course, or there are more chances of placement through the specializations? What would you suggest? Yes,
Uh,
Pradeep.
yeah, okay. Since I have faced the placement season, but I did not sit for placement, I was preparing for my master's, but I have seen a lot of people around 500 to 600 people are there in contact with me in different specialized courses. What I observed is the specialized course or a core course does not guarantee you a proper placement. Like you won't say that I'm having a specialized course, so I won't get a placement. It completely depends on the profile the company is hiring for and also your interest. Suppose you're in a core branch, but you have some interest in data science. So you will be working towards data science and you will be placed accordingly. Other than taking a data science specialized course would be better if you are there in core and then doing data science things. It would be better to go for specialized beforehand.
Right. Coming to you, Devansh, we're talking about VIT preparation and everything. So we would like to know what exactly should be the preparation strategy, for preparing this exam, and what could be the tips and hacks, that students can apply while preparing. Yes, Devansh.
So for VIT Triple, the most simple hack is to brush up all the concepts. There is no simpler or easier method to prepare for VIT Triple because the questions aren't that difficult. Just brushing up on all the concept would be more than helpful and more than
Mhm.
sufficient for VIT Triple.
Right. Also, students here want to know about the NCRT syllabus. Like Tanisha is here and she would like to know about, is class 12 syllabus enough to get CSE branch in the main campus? So if you would like to answer that.
I would recommend brushing up on the class 11 syllabus also because the questions are mixed and they are random. So a person could get more than 50% of the class 12 syllabus, but a person can also get more than 50% of the class 11 syllabus. So it depends on the questions that a person receives. You can't be
Right.
sure of that. Yeah.
And since you are pursuing CSE, Devansh, there are quick questions that I would like, to connect it with you. What would be the cutoff for CSE, and what would be the good strategy for preparing for CSE?
For computer science and engineering, there is no such thing as cutoff because the course that we get, like CSE, it depends on the VIT triple E rank because VIT does not discloses the marks that one obtains in VIT triple E exam.
Right.
So my rank was approximately 9,000 and I got the second category in computer science. So it depends on the rank.
Great. Coming to you, Prateek, when we are discussing about the preparation and the different subjects, which are the subjects that students really need to stress upon, and also which could be the most difficult section while answering the question paper? Yes, Prateek.
Okay. As Devan said, the questions are really mixed up from class 11th and 12th, but I would really emphasize on focusing on chemistry because the questions are very direct. What you see in the NCRT, whatever the reactions, whatever different names of reactions you have seen, they would come directly in the questions in the exam, and then you just have to remember. So I would emphasize on focusing on learning all the formulas and all the reactions in chemistry, inorganic, organic, and physical chemistry, all of them.
Mhm.
And also apart from this, the difficult section can be physics because if there are some diagrams which you won't be able to interpret, you'll end up answering it wrong. So physics needs to be more like you have to think, you have to read the questions properly. So I would say physics can be a little bit difficult in this.
Right. So coming to you, Devansh, we are trying to compare here the marks compared to the rank. I mean, marks versus rank, because students here want to know about it, how it is compared, marks versus rank. So what would you like to say on that?
Okay, so when I attempted the VIT EEE exam, there were 125 questions. Five were from English, and the rest 20 were from physics, chemistry, and maths, 40 each. So I didn't know that there was no negative marking, although I attempted more than half of the question. But VIT does keep in check the ratio of the correct answer to the incorrect answer. Because after I got my rank and all, there were some students who said that VIT does keep that in check. So I would recommend like attempt most of the questions, but don't attempt like 50 question क्या बोलते हैं like they are attempting more than 50 question even if they don't know the question. So I would recommend not doing that, instead of just focusing on the questions that you know. And for the rest of the questions you can attempt, like if you're confused in either of the options, you can attempt anyone. So that is one criteria for the rank. And the other criterias are even I am afraid, even I don't know, because VIT does not discloses these criteria on which basis they give the ranks. So it's a question even I don't know the answer of.
Right. So coming to you, Pratik, also Chaitanya is here and he wants to know, some tips about time management in VIEEE. So if you would like to share some tips about that.
Okay. I would say in all the exams, irrespective it is VT exam or not, just do the questions that you are confident about first, and don't waste your time in solving like a lengthy question and then you end up answering or getting confused. So I would say answer the questions that are direct, which do not require a lengthy calculation. Answer them first, and then go towards the questions in the section specific, like you are good in maths. Then after solving all the questions that you're confident about, go to the sections in maths, and then you can solve it. So this can help you in proper time management, and English can really save your time. If you are good in pronunciation, then English can be done within 2 or 3 minutes.
Right. So, Pratik, just adding on to that, there are certain specializations which is not offered at VIT Vellore. So, students also want to know when can one expect, these specializations to be introduced at the campus.
Okay. There are a lot of specialized courses that are not offered at VIT Vellore, but there's a different branch of VIT in Bhopal which offers all these courses, and these are really the next generation, what we say, careers in the computer science branches. So I would say if you these are not offered in VIT Vellore, you can go to VIT Bhopal as well. The good thing about VIT Bhopal is the all the faculties are doctorate faculties, like all of them have a PhD degree at VIT Bhopal. And a lot of courses, there are people I know who got really good ranks in VT exam, but they go to VIT Bhopal just because of specialized courses like gaming technology, specialization in e-commerce, and these all things are really getting into the market. So people are going towards the branch also, the VIT Bhopal branch. So don't just be focused towards the VIT Vellore branch. All the branches have the same placement. All the all the four branches sit together for the placement. So there's no biasness. If you're in Vellore, you will be preferred. It's nothing like that. All the four branches sit together for the placement.
Might I just add one point?
Yeah.
Yes.
For the placement scenario, as Pratik mentioned, all the students who are in the fourth year, I guess they come to the Vellore campus for their placements.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, Pratik. So
Yeah.
there is no discrimination like you are from Bhopal branch or you are from AP branch. All the students come to VIT Vellore for their placements.
Okay, and since these last 2 years, 2020 and 2021 was online placements, so what was the thing? Everyone was considered on the same stage, and all the four branches had the placement through the same center, that is CDC, that is Career Development Center at VIT, which does the placement. So all students are registered in the same CDC.
Right. So Pratik, as you were mentioning about, the different branches also, and because of COVID, a lot of things went online. So the students do want to know about, will the exams this year will be held online or offline? Do they need to visit a center to give the exams, or they can appear for that from their homes? If you have any idea on that.
We literally don't have any idea, but since the college is reopening from the first week of March after 2 years, so I think probably this year it will be offline, but more chances are getting it online because the platform is already been made for the online exam. So I think 70% chances it will be online, but if things open and there are flexibility for the exam, it can be offline too.
Right. Also, I've just shared a link in the chat section, which is the VIT Triple E Shiksha's page. So all of you can click on this link and visit the page and check for the updates regarding the registration dates, the exam dates, and everything related to the exams of VIT Triple E 2022. So you can just share, click on that link and check for all the related information. All right. So moving ahead, like talking about the BTech specialization courses, since you have faced the placement, what are the, statistics for the BTech specialization courses? Yes, Pratik.
Okay. For these specialized courses, I see a lot of people getting placed, irrespective of what specialization they work. I see people getting placed in data analyst roles, operations management roles, and then in e-commerce side also I've seen people getting placed. So I think specialized courses will get you the specialized job. But if you're open to working in different sectors, then you can get placed. So I don't think there's any biasness if you are getting a specialized course. It's really same for all the companies, and specifically for CS branch, around 400 to 450 companies provide eligibility to CS core, CS specialized courses, and all the other CS e-commerce, data science, and other courses. So I think if it's CS branch, irrespective of the specialized courses, it's everything good for you.
Right. So, Devansh, coming to you, a lot of students are here, Ayushi, Neeti, they all want to know about the scholarships that are offered at VIT, if you would like to answer that.
For scholarships, you are only eligible once you get an admission to VIT. Because one of my friends, he's from an army background, so he got a scholarship based on the army background because of his parents. And for other people, I heard that the ones who had scored great marks in the VIT Triple E, a 50,000 rupees scholarship was also provided to them. Besides these, the scholarship details are provided on your VIT mail once you have joined the college.
Right. Also, Devansh, I would just like to add another question to that. There are students who also want to know about the number of attempts, they can have. So if you would like to answer on that, please.
I don't really think there's a number to that, but if I'm not sure, it would not be more than one or two because I'm not sure of the number.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, talking about the differences, of the different campuses, VIT Vellore and VIT Chennai. So, I just come to you, Devanshki. Is there a huge difference that you see between the two campuses? And if we compare, which campus is actually the best one?
So this is a really tricky question. So for the best campus, because we are in India, most people think that chalo VIT Vellore hai, to Vellore campus would be the best campus, but it is not that. The job that is provided to you is based on your merit and based on your skills and not on which campus have you studied from. Because even students who are not from VIT or who are from tier 2 or tier 3 college, they also get placed in Microsoft or even Google. That is based on their technical skills and technical ability which they have, and not on the name of the college from where they graduated. So I guess it depends on the skills of a person.
Right. Pratik, coming to you, a lot of students do query about the mathematics, the role of mathematics in VITE. So, how difficult is mathematics, for this exam, and what should they do to prepare well for mathematics, especially? Yes,
Okay,
Pratik.
for mathematics, I would say go through the NCRT first. The mathematics can be really tough, But getting the NCRT properly done, if you are thorough with all the concepts, then you can score really good. And apart from this, there are other competitive exams, books available for maths. You can attach one book, work on it properly, and that will be enough for you. I don't think there's any rigorous hard work required for VT exam. What you need is just concentration in the exam, just you don't end up doing silly mistakes. So other than that, there's no rigorous effort required for this.
Right. And just another question to you, Prateek. Divya is here and she wants to know the difference between BTech Biotech and CSE Bioinformatics. So, course-wise, she wants to know the difference that would help her to choose wisely.
Okay. The bioinformatics course, that is a specialized course from computer science, is a little bit different from biotechnology. In the biotechnology course, what is it's mostly towards the electronic side also if we see biotech, because a lot of devices are being made in the biotechnology field. But bioinformatics is mostly related, not related to developing some devices or working towards some experiments. In the biotechnology course, a lot of experiments are needed in the laboratory work, whereas bioinformatics is mostly based on computer work. That's the basic difference exactly. And if you want to check the syllabus, I would say you can go on to vit.ac.in or on the shiksha.com also. You will find these details regarding the different subjects provided.
Right. So, Devansh, coming to you, students do want to know about preparing from last year's questions. I mean, do VIT repeat previous year's questions also? And if they need to prepare from mock test, from where all they can get the sample papers and prepare?
Okay, so I guess the online mock test should be provided for VIT Triple E. And in regards to previous year question, for me personally, I didn't really practice any previous year questions because for me, April 10th, I had my JEE, and then April 14th, I had my VIT Triple E. So I just went on and just brushed up on my skills, and it was really just enough for me.
Right. So, coming to CSE, since there are a lot of queries regarding this course. So, Ayush wants to know about, is there any difference between CSE and CSE AI? Yes, Devansh.
So CSE is the CSE core branch which you get, and CSE AI is the specialized branch. I'll just point out to one small thing again. If a person is really interested in AI, deep learning, or data science, he must opt for the AI specialization or the data science specialization, because these fields are the next generation fields in computer science, and it will have a really great impact and really great weightage on the placements itself.
Right. So, moving ahead with certain more questions. So, coming to you, Prateek, is there a big difference in the cutoff for admissions, into core BTech and specialization courses? Is there a big difference that you see?
I don't see a lot of difference, and there's no specific marks cutoff here. The cutoff is what we can say is for the rank. If someone wants to get into CSE core and wants to get into CSE informatics systems, so I would say these specialized courses also gets filled, the seats also get filled parallel to the core branch. So I think it's completely on the choice of the person. And related to the cutoff, there can be cutoff difference of around 1,000, 1,500 rank. Other than that, I don't think. There are a lot of people in the ranks around 1,000, 2,000 taking specialized courses in e-commerce, TCS branch, people taking specialized courses in mechanical. So it completely depends on the person, and there's no much difference in these cutoffs for this.
Right. So I think that really well answers. So, Pratik, just adding another question to it. How many seats are there for CSE in VIT Vellore and VIT? And I think Devansh would be better to answer that.
Yeah.
Yes, Devansh.
So for VIT, we have this system called as the uh, like there is first category, second category. So we have the category system. It depends on the rank, first of all. So for the first category, it's pretty much the CSE core gets over within 3,000 ranks, and from then the second category goes on. So I guess there will be somewhat 2,000 seats for computer science, including all the categories in VIT Vellore. But yeah, the fees changes from each category. Like for the first category, it's around 2 to 2.5 lakhs. And for the second category, it's 1 lakh more, and so on and so forth.
Right. So Pratik, just extending the same question to you, would you like to elaborate a bit about the fee structure for VIT and for the different courses offered?
Okay. The VIT offers you admission based on category. So there are a total of 4 categories: category 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think there are 5 categories, total of 5 categories. It completely depends on your rank, according to which, if suppose you have a rank of around 4,000 and you want to get into CS core branch, and CS core branch category 1 seat are only around 250 or 300, which is filled. So you can pay 1 lakh higher, 1 lakh more fees, and then you can go to category 2 and take the CSE core branch. So it completely depends on your rank plus the availability of seats in each category. So the category 1 has fees of around 1.95 lakhs. Category 2 has 3.05 lakhs fees. Category 4 has uh, of I think around 4.5 lakhs, and then category 5 of 5 lakhs fees.
Yeah.
Yes, Devansh.
Yeah, I was just adding, like, also VIT has divided the branches, like computer science comes in one category and the rest of the courses, I guess, comes in another category. So the fee structure of computer science is a little higher than all the other branches.
Okay, so
Yes.
would you like to mention the cutoff for CSE also, Devansh, in Vellore campus?
Again, the cutoff for CSE, like for the first category, the ranking goes up to 3,000. For second category, it's up to 10,000, because the people who really want CSE and they don't care about the campus, they opt for Chennai campus or AP or Bhopal campus. So the second category goes up to 10K. The ranking for third category goes up to 15K. And for the fourth and fifth category, it depends on the person. If a person really wants to invest that amount of money, you
Right.
can get CSE in the fifth category as well. Yeah.
So Devansh, just adding another question from Ashish Ranjan. Since both of you spoke about the different categories, 4 to 5 categories that you mentioned. So is there any basic differences in all these 4 to 5 categories? If you like to mention that, please.
The only difference is the rank. Like for the person who got a category 1 CSE has a rank of around 2,000 or till 3,000. And for me, as I am in a category 2 and I got a 9,000 rank. So the basic difference is the ranking system. And also depends, if a person really wishes to take CSE and is really passionate about CSE, he won't see the fees, like what's the number, and then enroll for the course. It depends on these factors.
So since you spoke about rank for CSE, Devansh, what is the minimum rank for CSE? Minimum marks for CSE exam and the minimum rank.
Okay, so during our time of counseling, all the CSE seats were closed till 30,000 in Vellore campus. All the categories, like category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it was closed till 30,000.
Right. And if talking about someone who is doing CSE, what could be like what average package he can expect, as a placement offer?
So as a placement, I guess Pratik would be more have more
Sure.
knowledge about this topic because he's in fourth year and he has seen the placements more face to face than even I. Yeah.
Sure, Pratik.
I think the average package can be said to be around 8 to 10 lakhs in CSE branch. Irrespective of specialized courses, I would say it is 8 to 10 lakhs for entire CSE core, specialized CSE specialization, data science, informatics, e-commerce, TCS collaboration, all the CSE computer science branch. 8 to 10 lakhs average package with the highest package of 75 lakhs. It actually depends. The average falls. There were people around 15 people who got 75 lakhs package. There were around 20 people who got into Microsoft at 45. And then there were a lot of people who got a package of 7 lakhs, around 300 people who got a package of 7 lakhs. So the average fluctuates every year, but it is more than 8 lakhs and less than 10 lakhs.
Right. So, Pratik, since we also spoke about, the specializations and all the details that you shared about that. So when a student wants to choose a particular specialization, what are the key factors that he needs to, consider, and then depending on that, he could choose the specialization?
Okay, I would say it depends on the industry the person wants to work, and also whatever specialization VIT has launched. These are the future courses. The what the industry is developing. The industry is developing in robotics, cyber security, and then the AI, data science. So VIT is preparing all these courses in specialized manner, so that if a person takes it, he's well to good in the next 40-50 years. So the entire industry, whatever it is going to be from today in the next 5 years, all these specialized courses are offered here.
Right. And also, Prateek, since you spoke about categories, we got to know about the categories. Do these categories affect placements for the students?
In the placement, there's nothing related to category. It's all your CGPA skills and your branch you are there in. Just three
So,
things.
so do these categories also decides on the branch or the campus you'll be getting?
No, categories don't decide on this, but the entire thing depends on the availability of seat. If you can spend around 5 lakhs for, if you have a lower rank, if you want to spend around 5 lakhs to get a CSE branch, you can spend and get a VIT Vellore. But if you can't spend that much and still you want a CSE branch, then go for Chennai branch and pay around 3 lakhs fees. So the selection of branch depends on availability of seats and your willingness to pay.
Right. So coming to Devansh, another question related to CSE. So Venkata is here and he wants to know the difference between normal CSE and a CSE with other branches. Are they added as an extra subject, or the other branches teach CSE completely on other subject? If you would like to answer that, please.
They are not added, like no other extra subject is added, just minor changes in their courses. Like for CSE background, we will have to study like a generic computer science course. But for something like CSE with AI as specialization, you will have a customized course according to the AI specialization. The more of the courses would be around AI and what it does and what is the scope. So it's just that few subjects are specialized towards that customization.
Right. So, Pratik, coming again back to you, since you come from mechanical engineering background, so I would like you to, share a bit insights about, mechanical engineering, particularly this course.
Okay. I'm from a core mechanical engineering branch, and related to what person really wants to know is the placement things. I'll get directly to it. So a mechanical engineer can get into a core mechanical, that is towards the industry or towards operation side or towards the sales and marketing stuff, which is also offered to a lot of mechanical students. So these three are the special branches that can, these three are the special domain in which the mechanical engineers are working. Adding to it, there are also some data analyst roles in which mechanical engineers are working in. So in the mechanical courses, it will be mostly in the labs, and the projects will be also development of some machines or some products, small products that you can build related to what you study. So the projects will be developed in that way. And overall, it is mostly towards a practical learning thing. You have to get your hands dirty in the labs, working on machines, oils, manufacturing. So if completely depends on you, if you are willing to get into this branch and you really want to work into, and a lot of people in mechanical also get into government sectors, because there are a lot of openings for these core branches in the government sectors like railways, NTPC, ONGC, Indian Oil. So these are the also places where the people get placed or get the jobs in.
Right. So I would just like to add another question, Pratik. This question comes from Prithviraj, and he wants to know, will AI and data science specialization be provided in same course?
Same course as in the core branch you are asking in.
I think so, yes.
Okay, I think it won't be provided. You have to select, you will get an option to select these AI and data science courses in the elective courses. There are some terms named elective courses in which you can select some courses related to mechanical also, being in CS branch, you can go into mechanical, learn some 2 or 3 courses in mechanical, ECE, AI data science, cyber informatics, AI and ML, anything you can do in these elective courses. So it completely depends on you. If you want to study, you can get 2 or 3 courses to study in the respective fields in which you want to.
Right. So, Pratik, since you come from core mechanical engineering background, what kind of placements can student expect in this particular course?
Okay, in this, the average placement can go around 5 to 6 lakhs, or probably we can say 5. 5 is the average for all the people in the mechanical engineering. It also ranges from a person in mechanical can get a 50 lakhs package this year, a person got. And apart from that, there were people getting around 8, 10, or 12 lakhs packages also. But the major industry in which a good package can be earned for a mechanical engineer is operations management,
Mm-hmm.
in which a proper package along with internship of 70,000 rupees was provided to around 40-50 people in the mechanical branch. So I think operations side can be a better job if you are getting in mechanical.
Right. So I have another question for Devansh. Venkat is here, Devansh, and he has this question. Could you tell them about highest paid CSE course for like in the last few years, which is the highest paid one?
Like CSE course in what sense? Like the core CSE or the specialized CSE?
I think in terms of, taking up the course and getting the highest placement offer, I think.
Okay, so it depends. Yeah, like last year it was 45 lakhs for from Microsoft, and this year it was 75 lakhs from a startup.
Mhm.
So it depends on the companies that are coming for the placements and also on the capability of the person.
Right. So just adding another part to this question, which course is more beneficial, the CSE core or specialization? If you would like quickly answer on this.
Just depends on the interest of the person.
Right. So just moving ahead with certain more questions because there are a lot of questions that students are pouring here, and they also want to know your marks, Devansh, in VIT EEE. So if you would like to answer that.
So as I said, the marks are not disclosed. My rank was 9100.
Okay. So I think that answers Yash's question. Okay, so moving ahead with the CSE question, Devansh, if what should someone do if they are going for CSE, but they're not sure whether which specialization should they go for? So should they choose the core one or the specialization? I mean, which one would you recommend to choose if they don't know what to choose?
Or CSE any day if you're not sure what specialization you want to pursue.
Right. Okay, and talking about the faculties at the campus, Devansh, would you like to brief a bit about the faculties out there?
So for 90% of the faculties who are on campus are IITians or have their doctorates from an IIT. But for all the faculties in general, they are like tremendously, they have experience in what field they are teaching. Most of the faculties even have experience for around 20 years in the background.
Mhm.
So it won't be a problem as for the faculties. They are very open. Whenever there's a doubt, you can go consult a faculty in their cabin. They are always open to doubts.
Right. And coming to Pratik, I would like to know a bit about international internships. Is there anything like that being offered? And what are the extracurricular activities that you have at the campus?
In VIT, there were a lot of international internships that they publicize. The International Relation Office sends out different mails along with the school departments. They send out different mails. There's a international internship. They have collaborations also. Like VIT has collaboration with Malaysian universities, universities in Germany, Netherlands, and USA also, and in Australia also. So they put out some openings like professor in Australia is looking for some interns, or the university, suppose a university in Malaysia named UTP is looking for some interns, around 10, 20 interns. So they specifically select these students from VIT, and then these students will be working with some professor in a different country for around 1 or 2 months. And apart from these, they also send out some different openings. Like I'm a MyTech's intern, in which
Mhm.
they sent a mail that there's an internship in Canada. If you can apply, apply. So I applied, and I got a lot of support from VIT also to for all the documents, and I ended up getting that internship. And apart from this, there are around 200 plus clubs and chapters for from IEEE,
Mhm.
IET, and then different clubs also. You can open your own club too. I opened my club, which is named the AI and ML Club.
Mhm.
So you can also open your club depending on what interest or if you want to work towards management side and something specific. So a lot of opportunities out here if you join VIT.
So Prateek, since you have, seen through the placements round, so would you like to mention a few dream companies that have offered packages at VIT?
Okay, the dream companies can be mentioned as JP Morgan, Flipkart, Amazon.
Mhm.
There are some startups also, DYTE, which offered the highest package. Microsoft is there, and
Now, might I just add, these are the super dream companies.
Super Dream, yeah. And
Yeah.
apart from these all the companies offer 20 plus or 15 plus lakhs. And
Mhm.
apart from these, there are different companies like KPMG, PwC, and the same companies like the Morgan Stanley offers a different package, a lesser package. A
Mhm.
Microsoft company that offered a 45 package can also offer a 10 lakhs package also. So they come in different rounds. Amazon came 2 times, Flipkart also came 2 times with different packages. So there are a lot of dream companies. Whatever companies that you see out there, the top recruiters, top 5 big companies, all of them
Mhm.
come here. And except from Google, all the companies come here.
Right. So there's a question for Devansh, which has been doing rounds. If you want to change your course from core CSE to specialization CSE midway, mid course, is that possible, and what you need to do for that?
Uh, for changing your course, there is only one option. After your first year, people have switched their courses from specialization to core CSE or from core CSE to a specialization. But
Mhm.
that happens only once during the duration of their study, and that's just after the first year. And might I just add, it also depends on your CGPA, which you get in your first year. Depending on that, you get the courses if seats are available in the course.
Right. So, Prateek, coming to you, a bit information if you would like to share about biotechnology, and also another question that I would like to add is, could you opt for taking one major subject along with another? Can you opt for one or more subjects in major? Yes, Prateek.
I don't think in major you can opt more than one subject, but you can opt a different subject with around 15-20 credits as a minor subject. Suppose you
Mhm.
are doing a core CSE, you can opt for a minor subject in data science specialization. So there's no two major subject that is being offered here. It's probably not offered in any of the universities in India.
Okay.
So only one major and one minor that you can do. And for the minor, there's different fees that you have to pay.
Okay. So also, if you would like to tell them about a bit, biotechnology and the different courses that is offered and what kind of, the entire structure is all about.
In biotech, it's mostly something where you have to work in lab also. It's not completely you'll be working on softwares. You will have to work in the labs. Along with that, I would say the syllabus is quite similar to CSE. 50%, 60% is similar to CSE. And apart from that, there are some courses like biological sciences,
Mhm.
technology, innovation in biology. So these separate courses are also there in biotech, but around 50-60% is something similar to CSE. And apart from that, it's completed towards biology and some laboratory experiment projects in biology also.
Right. Also, just adding another question to it that Ananya has about aerospace engineering at VIT. Do they have a course on that?
I don't think there's any aerospace engineering at VIT. Uh, if it's there, it should be in mechanical engineering, but I don't think it's there. There's automotive and electric vehicle specialization, and apart from these, there aren't any specialized course in aerospace.
Right. And also, is there anything related to robotics? Any course related to it that has been
Yeah,
offered?
there are three courses related to robotics. First one is offered in computer science, which is computer science with specialization in robotics.
Mhm.
And then there's another one that is offered in ECE branch, that is electronics and communication branch. That too offers robotics, and mechanical engineering also offers a specialized course in robotics, that is mechanical engineering specialization in AI and robotics. So there are total of three courses offered. First one is in the CSE, then ECE, then mechanical, that offers robotics specialization.
It depends
Right.
on which area of the robot you want to work from,
Yeah.
whether it's technology based or whether it's
Mhm.
mechanical based or whether it's the electronic circuits part. It depends on which part of the robot you want to work on.
Right. So Devansh, now, talking about computer science and robotics. So all the subjects which are related to computer science, what is the kind of scope that this course offers, for the students?
So the scope is really very vast because the IT sector of India is growing massively. So for the scope of students who really want to pursue their careers in IT is huge. Not only in India, even in abroad, the IT sector is like growing massively. So the scope is there is like no bare minimum. There is just people can only go forward in these courses.
Right. So there's another question that has been doing round, Devansh, for you. What will be the differences for CSE if they get seat in other than the Vellore branch? Will there be a major difference if they don't get the
There's
Vellore
no
branch?
difference in the curriculum.
All right. So I think that answers a lot of questions. Also, there's another question I would like to ask you, Devansh. Any major differences between IT and CSE courses? And is there also a difference between the packages offered?
There is no major difference in the packages offer, and IT overlaps with CSE 70%, and I guess there are few courses which are different in IT than they are in CSE.
Right. So I think that answers well. And coming to some other questions that students have sent us during, the registration process. So also there are students who want to know that if there are any foreign exchange programs that are being offered, if, in the first year they are here in the Indian campus, and for the second year they want to opt out for, campus outside India. So is that really possible here?
Yeah, there are two options. One is the international transfer program, which allows a student to study in VIT for 2 years, and then 2 years they can study in any of the partnered university who has partnered with VIT. It can be in Germany or anywhere in Europe or in Australia,
Okay.
as long as their VIT has partnered up with the university. And
Okay.
one more option is that a student can opt for a semester abroad program, which
Mhm.
happens only in the eighth semester or the last semester of the academic session.
Mhm.
And even then, the student has to choose a partner university to go for the exchange program.
Right. So, how do they get to know about the different campuses in foreign? I mean, if they want to choose for Canada, how do they get to know of the entire list?
There is an entire department allotted to conduct these issues. The department is the International Relations Department. And if a student has any doubts regarding the international transfer program or the semester abroad program, he or she can visit the IR office and all their queries would be solved by the faculties there.
All right. So, I think our Ashwin wants to know about aeronautical engineering available in VIT. I think Pratik has answered that shortly about the aeronautical engineering question. So, you could actually go back and listen to the thing. Also, I think we have another question for you, Devansh. Uh, Getting a core CSE course is more difficult, or the specialization CSE, which is more difficult to get?
I would say the core CSE is more difficult to get because the students, when they are in class 11 or 12, don't have that exposure to AI or ML, and they are confused about what specialization to pursue. So they end up taking the core CSE.
Mhm.
So the ratio of the students who are confused is greater than the ratio of students who actually know what they want to do. So I would say the CSE core course is more filled up than the specialized courses.
Right. And coming to Prateek, a bit about the infrastructure and the facilities available at the campus, if you would like to share a bit on that.
Okay, I think there are around 10 institution blocks in which different branches have their classes for mechanical, EC, CSE branch. All these different blocks are there. And for the living, like for the hostels, there are around 20 plus hostels for the men's and around 7 or 8 hostels for women. I think there were 2 new blocks created this year for women's and
Mhm.
1 new block for the men's. And also apart from this, I would say for the infrastructure, there's a lot of security and security for girls in the campus itself. I think it's the best for the girls if they can join VIT. It's full of security, the in time, out time. A lot of
Mhm.
discipline is there in the campus that also adds up to the infrastructure. And
Mhm.
related to the food courts, I think there are a lot of food courts where you can have coffee. You're going to attend your class, take a cup of coffee, and then you can go to attend the classes. And different places where you missed your breakfast, you got a plate, you can have the food. So infrastructure is, I would say, the probably the best in the India if we can compare with any other colleges.
Right. Prateek, also, since we're talking about the exams and the preparation and the strategy, I would like if you could brief a little bit about the entire admission process at VIT, what exactly, the entire
Okay.
process covers. Yes.
Okay, in my time when I had the counseling for admission in 2018, I went to I went to VIT Bhopal because it was near to me. So over there, they provided us tokens that was completely based on a rank, and according to the token number, they used to call us, and there were a lot of computers placed, and then everyone has to sit, wait for their turn, and then they were also looking at the availability of seats in each category, in each branch, and accordingly we have to provide the uh, preferred seat. But I think since it's been online, the process has shifted a bit. In the online, sorry, in the
Mhm.
online, you have to provide your preferences. Like the first one is computer, then specialization, then EC. You have to provide these preferences, and then accordingly, it is computer generated everything in the online counseling.
Mhm.
So there's no one sitting in front of you. It's completely computer generated. Since the COVID, it's been online counseling.
Right. So, Prateek, just adding on to that, Yashodeep would want to know about the future for blockchain engineering. So, if you could like brief a bit about this.
Okay, blockchain engineering, I am not much into it. I'm not into CSE, but I know it's the future for the payments, all the payment sectors and everything. The blockchain is really used a lot. I think Devans can answer for blockchain. What exactly is the future for blockchain?
And
The
I mean,
hype,
are there any courses there at VIT for that?
yeah,
Yeah,
VIT
yeah.
recently introduced the computer science with specialization in the blockchain. And as in the scope of blockchain, like India is really pumped up about cryptocurrency and NFTs, and major superstars like Amitabh Bachchan and all are also getting into NFTs and all. So the scope of blockchain is tremendous. So if anyone is interested in blockchain, there is a lot of scope.
Right. Also, Devansh, are there any quota thing available at VIT and, any help for, the fees and all that students can avail from the campus?
I'm not sure about the quota, but about the fees, VIT do offer scholarship for students whose parents are below that range who can't afford the fees of VIT. I guess
Hmm.
there are a few scholarships that are offered to those students. But as
Hmm.
for quota, I'm not really sure if there is any quota in VIT.
I think there's no quota. Like
Yeah,
you can get admission through any of the quota. There's nothing like quota over here.
yeah.
Not
Hmm.
even for these kids of the faculties teaching here. There isn't any quota for that. And
Hmm.
if your salary is less than 1 lakh, family income is less than 1 lakh yearly, and then probably you can get a quota or some scholarship. But other than that, I don't think there's any quota here.
Right. So I think before we conclude the session, we are almost towards the end of this amazing interactive session. But there are certain things I would like to share with all the students out here. There are a lot of questions coming up, and we are running short of time. So if any of your questions remain unanswered or related to any of the campuses, or if you would like to ask anything from the panelists or from the experts, we are sharing a link for shiksha.com, which is our ANA section. So you can always come up at this section and have all your doubts solved, all your queries solved by the experts who will answer each and every question of yours. Also, you can, I'm also sharing another link, which is your engineering college predictor link that will help you choose the college predictions. It will, based on your course and your rank, it will help you choose the college. Also, we will be conducting more and more sessions because there are a lot of doubts that students have. So we'll be coming up with more and more sessions on these so that we could have, more experts here and more panelists here and get all your queries solved. And you can always come to our ANA section. And right now we are sharing a feedback form. I think all the students can see this feedback form on the screen. And I would request all of you to kindly share your feedback. All your feedback is important for us as we gear up for more such informative and interactive sessions in the future. And we'll be definitely planning more and more sessions because we know we have a lot of queries, but our ANA sections are always open for all your queries. Our experts are there to help you out and to guide you. Also, I'm sharing again the VIT EEE 2022 link, which I could see a lot of you wanted to know about. So on clicking on this link, you would get all the dates, information related to this exam coming up. So you can always click here and you can always connect with us on Shiksha Assistant for your instant queries. And if you have missed out the video, you could check this entire video on our YouTube channel. Subscribe our YouTube channel, shiksha.com, and you'll find all the related videos and webinars on the YouTube channel. And I hope this session was useful to all of us. And before wrapping up, Prateek and Devansh, what would you quickly like to say to all the students?
Okay, so I would just like to add that every student must follow what they really want to do in their careers. As for me, I'm in computer science and engineering, but what I feel after spending 3 years in this stream is that my passion was management, and I really got to know about it after I came into this course. So I would really request all the students to sincerely introspect and look what they want to do in future, where their passion lies, and only after that select their course. And not just because India में computer science सबसे अच्छा course है, ऐसा there is nothing like that. If you follow your passion, you can get successful in any of the branches or any of the courses.
Right. And Prateek, what would you like to say?
And adding to what he said, just don't follow what your friends are doing. They are going for CSE. They might go for CSE and end up getting bad grades, and then they won't be getting a proper place. And if you are someone who's passionate towards learning a specific course, go for it. You will excel in it because there's a lot of opportunity out there. Not if not in India, then outside abroad. Everywhere you'll get an opportunity. And VIT is surely going to help you in everything that you do.
I'm sure. And thank you so much, Prateek and Devansh, for the time out there and for all the information and interaction both of you shared with the students. And I know because we are running short of time, there are a lot of queries coming up, and I'm happy to see that we could try and solve a lot of queries coming from the students, but definitely we'll plan for more such webinars, more such informative sessions where, the remaining questions could also be answered. But our ANA section is always there for all the students. Our YouTube channel link also we have shared. So you can always come to us on the ANA section. Our experts and panelists are always there to help you out and to guide you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this amazing session. Hope to see you soon again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.